Varsity baseball and softball team. The 22 local Scooters Coffee Taylorville thank you for your business. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
This is Staff Meteorologist Paul Trombley with your regional radio forecast. Slight chance of rain with fog in spots early today. Otherwise, cloudy skies expected. High temperatures reach up to 53. Winds out of the southeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected again tonight. Rain likely. Lows dip down to about 50. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 45 degrees.
WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Time now for your expanded local news. I'm Reed Kamai. A Taylorville man was sentenced to 15 years in prison after admitting to soliciting child pornography. In Christian County Court this week, 22-year-old Jacob Semero of Taylorville pleaded guilty to one count of solicitation of child pornography as part of a negotiated plea agreement with prosecutors. The court accepted the plea and dismissed the remaining charges that had been filed against him earlier this year. Judge remarks noted in the court record show Semero was sentenced to 15 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 3 years up to natural life of mandatory supervised release. He will be required to serve the sentence at 50% and was given 240 days of credit for time he has already spent in the Christian County Jail. The sentencing order also addressed fines and fees. The court reduced the statutory fine to 0 based on Semero's pretrial incarceration credit and determined that the remaining assessments were uncollectible, vacating those costs. Semero was first arrested in March after an investigation by Taylorville police. According to earlier reports, officers alleged that Semero had been communicating with a 13-year-old and had solicited the minor to send sexual videos. The arrest resulted in multiple charges, including aggravated criminal sexual abuse and child pornography counts, before the negotiated plea resolved the case with a conviction on the solicitation charge. With the sentencing now complete, Semero will be transferred to the Illinois Department of Corrections to begin serving his term. Taylorville Christian Church and Vision Way School will host a community blood drive in partnership with Impact Life tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event will take place inside the Hub at 1124 North Webster Street in Taylorville. The drive will support hospitals and emergency medical providers across Illinois and neighboring states by ensuring an adequate blood supply for patients in need. Donors can schedule an appointment by contacting Steve Basham at 217-824-6621 or by visiting bloodcenter.org using sponsor code 61296. Appointments are encouraged and walk-ins will be accepted as time allows. Anyone who last gave blood on or before September 26th is eligible to donate at this event. Donors must be at least 17 years old or 16 with parental permission, weigh more than 110 pounds, and bring a photo ID. Individuals with diabetes or controlled high blood pressure may also qualify to give blood. Impact Life, a nonprofit community organization, provides blood products and services to more than 100 hospitals and emergency providers across Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. Each successful donor will receive an Impact Life reward of their choice, including a $20 e-gift card, a $20 charitable donation, or bonus points for the organization's rewards store. For more details on donor eligibility, call Impact Life at 800-747-5401 or visit bloodcenter.org. Schools in Central A&M are seeing consistent success when it comes to academics and extracurriculars. The district received another generally positive academic evaluation from the state. Students have had the opportunity to explore STEM-related fields and take part in high-level speech and musical experiences. In addition, the Moequa campus is getting a needed facelift after months of planning. That facelift involves the exterior building doors. Sasha Young, superintendent of Central A&M Schools, says the work with replacing the doors has now begun.
Our architect started the project when he came on and joined our team at Central A&M, and we went to bid in the spring. We finally get to start that project. As you know, anything in construction takes time. And so I believe today is day one of beginning that replacement. So we saw the opportunity to replace the doors at Moweaqua campus and have them all more secure and to make our facility more secure. Some of the doors were original to the build in the 70s, and they've just held up really well, but it was time. So not only will we have a more safe and secure campus, but we'll also have an upgrade, like our facelift, if you will. So we're excited about that. We're excited to get that started. It feels like we've been waiting a long time for it. So it'll be interesting to see in the end.
In October, the Illinois State Board of Education released its report cards for every school. The middle school received a rating of targeted, which means a subset of students require extra support. The other schools in the district were classified as commendable.
Some of the things that we are excited about and celebrating, our chronic absenteeism has gone down over the last 3 years. We saw some really good scores in science. Our 3 of our 4 schools were proficient accurately along with the state average. So that's exciting. Some areas for growth might be our middle school math scores. And we've been working on those. This is year 2 of working on the middle school math. We've talked about restructuring how we do math at the middle school, what our math offerings are, potentially the order that we teach math so that the students are more prepared for the state testing. Some things, it comes in March and April, and some things are taught after the testing that are reviewed on the testing. So that all matters too. But yeah, we look forward to those scores every year and knowing what our targets are.
The school district is doing its part to prepare students for bright futures and show them what it may entail. They organized a trip for every high school sophomore to visit Heartland Technical Academy and explore the school's programs. It's part of a partnership with Heartland, which allows students to take their courses while still in high school.
It kind of gives them the opportunity to look at some of those Heartland Tech Academy or dual credit options that we offer as a part of our agreement with Heartland Tech for juniors and seniors. As you know, career in tech is kind of becoming a big deal, and we want all of our students who graduate from Central A&M to have a path post-graduation. So exposing them to some of the CTE programs that Heartland Tech has, as well as dual credit options, sets them up for career and college, depending on which route they want to go. So it was exciting to see such a great participation rate this year. So some of those classes are on Richland campus, some are online, and we do have a Richland professor that comes to Central A&M for one class.
In terms of extracurriculars, a middle school speech team recently took home a top prize in a state competition. They will present it again at an upcoming school board meeting.
Every year we have middle school students who participate in a speech competition, and every year they do really well. So we had some students who participated from our middle school. We had a solo who unfortunately couldn't make it to the competition. He fell ill right before the competition, but we had a trio that came back with a Division I rating and a time of 7:34, which is really good. So at our next board meeting in December, all of the students who participated in the speech competition will come and do their speech and their literary for the school board. And so it's always nice to bring the students in and have them perform the thing that they did so well at the competition.
Finally, in music, a group of choral performers will take part in a district music festival with singers from other schools in the area. The performance is this Saturday at Eastern Illinois University.
So our music teacher, choir director, Jacob Elam, every year he allows students from the middle school and the high school to try out to be a part of the District 5 Music Festival that's held at EIU. This year we had 18 students across the middle school and the high school try out for this opportunity. And Mr. Elam will be taking 9 of them. So half of our students qualified to be a part of this music festival. It's housed at EIU. Students from all over our kind of area division will be put together in one large group setting to sing and perform as a group. So they practice all day. They work on, sounding, doing their parts and sounding as a whole choral unit, and then they get to perform.
Well, congratulations to everyone involved. Find out more about the Central A&M School District at camraiders.com. Sasha Young appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. And this part of your expanded local news has been brought to you by First National Bank.
The holidays will be here before you know it, and you always need more money to take care of all the gifts Santa is giving. Mackenzie Vaudry here, Universal Banker at First National Bank in Taylorville. We have several loan products from our home equity line of credit to consumer loans and even a Christmas Club account to take care of Santa next year. Stop by and visit with me, Mackenzie, for the money you need this holiday season. First National Bank in Taylorville, first every time for 70 years, member FDIC equal housing lender.
The calendar of holiday events at Taylorville's parks is even more packed than it was only a month ago. In fact, an 8-day stretch in the early part of December has events on all but one day. The schedule includes activities for people and pets of all ages. Meanwhile, registration for some previously scheduled calendar items remains open, but only until they reach capacity. The first of the later editions is the Sleigh Ride with Santa. It runs on December 3rd and 4th in parallel with the Jingle Bell Walk and Roll. Recreation Director Jessica Frank says the sleigh ride is free and first come, first serve.
Something that families look forward to is the sleigh every single year. That's always free and sponsored by someone locally here in the community. And he is only going to do 2 nights this year. They're trying to do earlier. We ran into a lot of cancellations last year because they can't be out in the cold. So December 3rd and 4th on Jingle Bell Walk and Jingle Bell Roll night are the 2 nights that the sleigh is going to be at the park. So both nights, you have to make sure you get in then because they're not going to be back the whole entire month of December for the sleigh rides.
Okay.
So 3rd and 4th.
December 3rd and 4th. So a very busy start to December.
Yes, very.
With that being the case, that sleigh ride, is that something I just kind of walk up, stand in line?
It
and
is
wait
first
for?
come, first serve. And a lot of people will come, 30 minutes before they're even supposed to be there just to make sure that they get on. So do come prepared.
On December 5th, the Park District will host its paint night. Participants will be able to take home what they create.
So the next night is the paint night, which is usually always very popular, but we only have 30 spaces available for that. It is about halfway full. If you go online, you'll be able to see each one of the options that you have to be able to paint. So there's someone there. She walks us through painting the whole entire thing. Then you get to take it home with you that night. So $20 per person on that. Very good, but it's very popular, filling up fast. And then we're off on Saturday because Saturday is the parade. But then that Sunday is the bake-off. So that's something that historically wasn't very popular, but last year we really pushed it and ended up with almost 50 participants. So we're really hoping to exceed that. I'm still looking for a couple of judges. I think we talked about that before, but that will be that Sunday the 7th at 2:00.
And what's it take to be a judge?
You just have to be willing to come and try 25 different desserts all at the same time.
Next up is the pets' time to have their moment in the sun. That's because Paws with Claws is set for December 8th from 6 to 8 p.m.
Always very, very popular. I think last year we had about 140 different pets that came in the door. We had a bunny. We had somebody brought birds. There was, cats, dogs, everything. Majority of them are dogs, but as long as your pet is not scared of other dogs, then anything's welcome to be there.
Okay.
So it's a good time. Free pictures with Santa Claus, and we'll post them online. There's no charge. Furlough's covering that. So you'll have the free photos, dog treats, dog toys. Everything's free to take home.
Okay. So that is just one of those deals where just show up and no registration needed, anything like that?
No, that you just sign a waiver at the door with your pet to, cover them being with other pets.
Yeah.
The following night, Santa Claus turns his attention back to the humans for Soup with Santa. There will be plenty of other activities there as well, including balloon animals and face painting.
So that event, we will also have someone there that does the balloon animals and face painting and things like that. So it's pretty fun. It's going to be, the first night that's not Paws with Claws. That's the first night you can come and do your photos with Santa. Santa will be there from 6 to 8. And you can come enjoy a free dinner and get you a balloon animal, face painted, all of that night.
Okay, registration probably needed for this.
That is, the space is limited to 100. So we are probably only about halfway full on that one. Some of our events are filling up a lot faster than others. So certainly do contact the park office to be able to reserve a space for that. It's free, but we just need to know you're coming.
Franks also shared updates on the previously scheduled events. Registration for the Snowflake Pageants is still open. The pageant takes place on November 30th. Those who register for the Jingle Bell Walk on December 3rd will receive a pail of cookies, courtesy of Happy Baked Goods. The 6-seat golf carts for the Jingle Bell Roll on December 4th are almost entirely booked, while a larger share of 4-seat carts remain. The Grinchmas Breakfast on December 13th is full. Anyone else who expresses interest in attending will be placed on a waiting list. More information on the Taylorville Park District is available TaylorvilleParkDistrict.com. You can also reach them by calling 217-824-3110. Jessica Franks appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. A revitalization plan in the Metro East area will help solve a food desert problem. A grocery store is coming to Venice thanks to a state grant and private funding from community leader Dr. Ed Hightower. Hightower currently serves on the SIU Board of Trustees. He is a retired superintendent from the Edwardsville School District and a former Big Ten basketball official. The first firearm deer hunting weekend is set for this weekend in Illinois. Some tree stand safety reminders from IDNR's Dan Skinner. The opening firearm deer hunting weekend in Illinois is tomorrow through Sunday. Coming up next are the obituaries, and they are sponsored by Sutton Memorial Home.
This is Chad Sparks.
When a loved one passes, grieving family members and friends often are confronted with dozens of decisions about the funeral arrangements. Sutton Memorial Homes in Taylorville and Nokomis have been helping families in the area for over 55 years with these often difficult decisions. They offer pre-planning, traditional funerals, and cremation. Austin and the staff at Sutton Memorial Homes' goal is to make your family's transition easier in their time of need. Sutton Memorial Homes, where caring is what they do best.
Now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. 73-year-old Randy E. Prince Sr. of Taylorville died on Tuesday. Cremation rites have been accorded, and a celebration of life will take place at a later date. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. 91-year-old Margie E. Bow of Tovey died last Friday. A graveside service will take place this Monday at 1:30 at Glenhaven Memorial Gardens in Taylorville. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Masterson Funeral Home in Kincaid. 77-year-old Dean F. Ray of Taylorville died on November 4th. A graveside committal service will take place tomorrow at 10 at Camp Butler National Cemetery in Springfield. Cremation rights have been accorded. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. And 88-year-old Joanne Coffey of Stonington died last Thursday. A graveside service will take place on Saturday at 1 at Ponting Cemetery in Stonington. Inurnment will follow. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Taylorville. It is currently 45 degrees outside and again foggy and misty. There's a slight chance of a drizzle before 11. Get local news anytime at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and every hour right here on WTIM, your only local news radio.
Hey, Central Illinois, it's Big D.
And this is Bubba. What's up?
Hey, we're here to let you know that we're here to wake you up Monday through Saturday mornings on newcountry.fm as part of a great lineup of today's new country music. And you can hear us at 104.1 in Taylorville and the surrounding area.
Keep your radio on after the show and keep listening for today's country hits and the latest in artist news with our friend Carson, who hosts Country with Carson weekdays from 9 till 2.
And New Country FM doesn't stop there. You can find today's New Country at 104.1 the rest of the day and night.
We're proud to be a part of the great lineup of programming on New